So the President of the United States on the world stage, he's been speaking and resting, he wanted to
rest. 4 days, taking a little
going to the
time
beach,
off.
yeah, going to the beach. Here's the president, maybe not the highest moment that he's experienced over the last 4 days.
Embarrassing.
Vladimir and I, shouldn't be so familiar. Mr. Zelensky and I talked about the kind of guarantees we could make in the meantime.
Russia could end this war tomorrow by withdrawing its forces from Ukraine, wrecking its international borders, and ceasing its attacks on its inhumane attacks on Russia. By Russia on Ukraine.
Yeah, so the president having a moment a couple of times during the big trip where he forgot the name or mistook the name of the guy who runs Ukraine, who he had just seen, and he also got confused when it came to Russia and Ukraine.
And Zelensky had to help him off the stage. But I thought he took the night off before so that he would do really well in that speech.
Yeah.
He didn't do well in
the U.S. of A. saved money on the dinner. We didn't have to pay like the $85 for the chicken.
Well, in terms of Russia's been kind of quiet. They said there's going to be a response to Sweden, response to Finland. We're going to have a different posture. The NATO is going to extend this war. Are we skirting the fact that they started the war, an unnecessary war? They invaded and tried to take a country because they said there were Nazis there. Even Prigozhin came out, the Wagner chief came out and said that's not even true. No one thought that was true anyway. And in the actual fight itself, it looks like the Ukrainian forces continue their counter in 3 separate sectors on the front line. We'll see if these long-distance rockets help at all. Meanwhile, the Russian Minister of Defense announced the Wagner Group has almost completely handed over all their weapons, which is maybe good news for Russia and better news for Ukraine. They were the fighting force the Ukrainians feared the most, and they're now no longer on the battlefield. So that's a win-win, and what a disastrous decision for Russia.
Well, I was listening to the radio this morning, and the White House is depicting the trip to Europe as a gigantic foreign policy success. Essentially what they're saying is this really shows that Joe Biden is good at foreign affairs. He went over there, he got Sweden in, he's going to get Ukraine in as soon as the war is over. So they're so happy with how things have turned out. I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.